How do you assess the historic $350 billion agreement in terms of strengthening the special relationship between the US and the UK?
I think it's very important. It's an important symbol of friendship and confidence by the United States in Britain at a time when many people are saying that Britain's economy is sluggish and slow and that it's not really worth investing in Britain. We've seen the exodus of a number of important big pharmaceutical companies from Britain because they said that the conditions are not right to invest here. The American decisions are much more robust, and it looks as though this will give a signal to other overseas investors that Britain is a place to invest in, and it's a signal of political confidence as well as business confidence.
Do you think investments in AI, quantum technologies, and nuclear energy will enhance the West's economic and technological independence from China and other competitors?
Well, I suppose in the long term, all Western investment in this field is going to strengthen the West in the coming competition with China, which is itself developing these technologies at enormous speed. But they're not really joined up. I mean, this will be for Britain to develop, and the Americans presumably will have the lead in this whole area, and they have had the lead for some time. But I think it does give Britain a chance to show that it can also be a player in the development of AI. And of course, there is a lot of intellectual expertise in Britain on this issue. There's a lot of research being done at good universities. What Britain has lacked is investment and money, and that's why this is so welcome.
Could this deal be seen as an example of effective economic diplomacy under the Trump administration and as strengthening the Republican agenda for protecting national interests?
I don't think they're very much related. I think this is very much dependent on the fact that Trump has a strong connection to Britain. I mean, his mother was born in Scotland. He feels that Britain is a strong ally. And the British Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, has played along with this very well and has managed to forge a good relationship with Trump. So I think Trump was ready to push this and to give encouragement to American industry. Of course, these decisions are commercial rather than political decisions. They're taken by big firms, but they need the green light from the administration to show that the administration sees Britain as a friend, an ally, and a reliable country. And that's why then these independent decisions made by big business in America are important.
How do you evaluate the impact of the Trump-Starmer agreement on transatlantic security and the balance of power in Europe, especially given rising tension with China and Russia?
I don't see that it has a direct impact on that, no. But of course, if the West is strong economically, it's more in a position to help Ukraine both financially and presumably also in defense, which is what's so urgently needed. The Russians don't pose any real technological challenge to the West at the moment. What they pose is a military challenge, and that is something that is much more difficult to counter. So I'm not sure how much these business deals will do very much to reinforce Western and European in particular a readiness to help Ukraine and defend it against the Russian actions.
Can this deal be seen as a signal to other countries that the US and UK can quickly join forces for global leadership and technology and energy?
Yes, I think it could be. I mean, how much other business is ready to go and invest elsewhere, I'm not sure. I mean, the obvious countries are those that already have a fairly strong sector, a fairly strong development in these new technologies, particularly AI. And one would think of sort of well, strange countries. I mean, somewhere like Singapore, which is got a high level of education and expertise and needs sort of capital to get going. But places like Germany probably are looking rather enviously at Britain and saying that they hope that the same would happen to their country, that they would also be a place where American business would invest.